So PowerPool launched in 2020, pioneering the concept of meta-governance to accumulate voting power in third-party protocols. Our community then guided us to update our vision to an ETF-like basket of tokens called Power Indices. And we partnered with Yearn to introduce automated vaults for optimizing extrinsic yield with Yearn Lazy. And at that time, Power Agent version 1 was launched as the decentralized automation tool. It successfully automated products like Yeti, Pipt, and Essie, which accumulated a total of $20 million by 2021. But obviously, creating custom automation for every product is not ideal, and the industry needs a universal automation solution or a one-size-fits-all approach. Why do protocols need automation, and what is this automation used for? Well, actually, a lot of protocols already use it under the hood. It is crucial for protocols to streamline daily transactions, like protecting users from liquidations, compounding LP yields, automating governance procedures, and many more. And this list grows every day. That's why we believe that in the next 3 years, up to 40% of all transactions will be signed by automation providers. However, current state of automation is centralized, unreliable, and insecure, because protocols run centralized bots and scripts, which obviously provides a single point of failure, and it is not decentralized at all. And that's why we need a reliable solution to automate smart contracts without sacrificing the core blockchain values. And the only way to do it is to use a large-scale, decentralized, and permissionless network consisting of automation agents, keepers. And that is exactly what the Power Agent is. The Power Agent is a decentralized network of automation agents run by PowerPool community members, which monitor and execute on-chain tasks submitted by users. And basically, it consists of 3 entities. The agent, it is the core contract which stores all the information and defines the state of the network. The jobs, which are tasks submitted into the network by users and registered in the agent. And keepers. These are the independent execution nodes, which are run by PowerPool community members. These nodes monitor on-chain events and send execute transactions when needed. So suppose you want to automate some on-chain task, for example, harvest yields from a DEX once a week. Let's now see how it works step by step. Firstly, you select or deploy a smart contract on EVM chain with a function that has either time-based or logic-based execution conditions. In our case, in our example of yield harvesting from DEX, it will be the DEX contract, and the function would be harvesting yields. Then, using our intuitive UI, you add a job to the Power Agent network, configure it, and deposit native tokens for payment. The network then automatically and randomly assigns a keeper for execution from hundreds of active keepers. The assigned keeper executes the job on time, receives payment, and the network randomly assigns the next keeper. And if the keeper doesn't execute the job on time, another keeper will slash its stake and execute the job for him. So this design provides the following key features. Reliable execution, because Power Agent keepers are incentivized to perform in job on time. Cost effectiveness, because job owners can specify the maximal acceptable gas price for execution of their task. Highly configurable. Event triggers, job specifications, minimum signing requirements, all this provides configurability for developers. Easy to use, because an intuitive UI allows anyone to create an automation job with just a few clicks. Secure. Power Agent has passed independent audits with no security threats or smart contract abuse risks. Fully decentralized. The Power Agent network consists of hundreds of independent keepers nodes, which ensures reliability and excludes single point of failure. So, what tasks can you automate by the Power Agent network? Basically, any on-chain task, such as protecting from liquidations, harvesting yields, limit orders, stop losses, automated vaults, arbitrage, and many, many more. There are 2 types of jobs in Power Agent, which are interval job and resolver job. The interval job is a time-based job, meaning it is executed once in a given interval. For example, in our case of harvesting yields from DEX, this would be a simple interval task. The resolver job is a complex job that depends on a separate function called resolver. It defines whether the task should be executed now and with what parameters. And a perfect example of resolver job is automated liquidation protection. You deploy a contract with the resolver function that checks the health factor of your CDP. And when the health factor drops below a certain threshold, the check function will then return true, and the assigned keeper will execute the task to add collateral to your debt. Another usage of resolver jobs are limit orders. The resolver function fetches asset price from a DEX, and if the price reaches the predefined value, returns true and call data necessary for swap transaction. So basically, any kind of on-chain logic can be used in resolvers to define the custom execution scenario for your tasks. Let's now go through the process of automating your task with the Power Agent network. And we'll start with the first most simple example, setting up a predefined call data interval job for harvesting yields on a DEX. It is extremely simple. You go to the Power Agent UI, connect your wallet, choose the network, and press Create Job in the My Jobs section. There you will be prompted to select the agent contract. You can see its specifications there. Just click the latest contract, it will be on the top, and press Create Job. Then you will enter the job creation page. First, you need to specify the target contract you wish to automate. In our example of harvesting yields from DEX, it would be the rewarder contract of DEX of your choice. If the target contract is decoded on the Explorer, as in our case, its ABI will be automatically fetched by the user interface, and you will only need to choose the contract selector from a pop-up menu, like here. Or you may directly paste the ABI of your contract if you wish. If the target function requires some call data, you may specify it here. We decided that we want to automatically claim rewards, so we choose the claim rewards selector, which requires your address as predefined call data as to where to send the claimed rewards. Now all that's left is to configure our job. We can select the range of eligible keeper stakes. Let's say we don't really care about the exact timing of our job execution, and we really don't want to pay a lot in automation fees. So we can choose the minimal values here. And you can see that a lot of keepers are eligible for this task. And the slashing amount is not very large if someone doesn't execute it. We give the interval for execution, let's say once a week. And now we top up the jobs balance. 1 XDAI should be enough for quite some time, and in this case, for several years. That's it. We press Create Job for the final time, and it will now be automatically executed each week, starting from the next one. We can keep track of our jobs in the Power Agent Explorer. Here you can find all jobs ever registered in Power Agent. By going to the jobs page, we see all its parameters, the keeper that is assigned to it, when it will next be executed, and details about all prior executions. Now let's look at more flexible resolver jobs. These jobs allow you to automatically execute smart contracts based on arbitrary on-chain logic, which is defined by you. In simple terms, a resolver is just a smart contract, which may be the target contract as well, which performs calculations and tells the keeper if the time has come to execute the job, and if so, what call data to pass during execution. A resolver can fetch any data available on-chain, or even off-chain with an Oracle network, for example. So, and using it, you can create arbitrary execution scenarios, which can be defined as a function that returns true or false flag, and the call data for the target contract. Let's look at a resolver contract for a simple limit order and balancer to sell Ethereum for XDAI with a predefined minimum price. The first thing we need to do is to define the parameters. Pool ID, types of assets, whether we want to sell or buy, the desired price, its slippage tolerance, the amounts, addresses, and so on. Select the balancing point and, of course, construct the contract. And now the interesting part, we define the execution logic. We'll make a public function, check and return call data, in this example, that will do 4 things. It will fetch the price of Ethereum, check whether the current Ethereum price is above the desired price with a given tolerance. construct the call data for the balance reward swap function from the swap parameters we defined above, and return the call data to pass to the target contract, the vault in our case. And when we deploy this resolver, we can set all the parameters and configure our limit order by, for example, interacting it with ETHScan. Now we have to submit the task into Power Agent network. Again, go to the job creation screen, select the target contract, the ETHGlobal pool on a DEX. Now we submit the task into the Power Agent network. Go to the job creation screen, select the target contract, the ETHGlobal pool, and tick the use resolver switch. Pick the target function, which is the swap function. And here specify the resolver contract, which we just deployed, and choose which function to call for checks. Check and return call data. A limit order is a sensitive job, so we'll say that we trust only keepers with at least 3,000 CVP stake to execute our job. And now we press create job. So now keepers will off-chain call the check and return call data function every block. And as soon as Ethereum price reaches the predefined threshold, the function will return true, and the order will automatically be executed. These were two basic examples of an interval and resolver jobs in Power Agent network. And you can use any on-chain available logic to create simple or complex execution scenarios and build with automation in mind. During this hackathon, we propose you to build projects from one of these three categories. The first and main category is for projects that utilize Power Agent automation and bring users a refined DeFi experience. We encourage you to create an automated strategy that uses the Power Agent network with one or more execution triggers. All your ideas are welcome, but you could find the inspiration from our list of proposed projects. There are 4 prizes in this category, which start from $500 and end with $2,000. You can build decentralized apps meant for placing limit orders, apps that provide delayed execution functionality, apps for liquidation protection, for arbitrage opportunities. You can create DAO management solutions, automated fund distributors, automated governance, something else. We would also like to see some products related to Web3 gaming markets, maybe some kind of dynamic NFT marketplace. The second category is the Azure Challenge. Develop a service that automates claiming user bet winnings on the ETHGlobal decentralized betting platform. User experience here should be a priority, so try to make it as seamless as possible. The winning team in this category will receive a $1,000 prize. And finally, there is also an open category, a surprise box, so to say, for any type of project built on top of Power Agent, or which improves Power Agent that would carry considerable value for Power Agent, PowerPool, and our community. But projects in this category must be discussed and approved by the PowerPool team before approaching the implementation, because unapproved projects are not guaranteed to be awarded. $2,000 will be split among winners in this category. So join our DeFi challenge and collect the prize. Let's build and automate together.